welcome back to Seku E Squared Indigenous Delish. Today I'm going to be preparing a very unique and delicious recipe. It's a Nigerian recipe called peppered goat meat, or Asun as the Yoruba will call it. Okay, so I'm going to introduce you to the ingredients. Let's look at the ingredients, okay? Going to start blending my pepper for the meat, and then I have onion. I'm going to blend it with onion. Okay, I'm just going to take a little bit more because I have a lot of meat there. You know, onion is very, very healthy. Just to say one of the benefits of onion, you know, it clears the eyes. It's very good for your eyes. It has a lot, when I say a lot, just a lot of benefits. And this sweet pepper is going to enhance the color of my sauce. So, just for the sake of the meat, I'll just blend this much and then blend the rest for the sauce. I'll add water to my... In here I already put my bay leaf, my garlic and ginger, okay? So okay. I will get my meat. Okay, my meat is ready for me to start cooking it. Just gonna turn on my stove and introduce my meat into this beautiful pot. See how beautiful that cookware is? What I'm making today just reminds me, you know, about my mother-in-law. May her soul rest in peace. You know, during the Christmas, we'll go home for Christmas. And then, whenever I'm making food, I would just like to go for the biggest cookware. And when I start cooking, my mother-in-law will be like, "Izinega mujolo." You know what that means? She meant that I will have a lot of kids because, you know, I just like making, you know, larger quantity of food. And I make it so that, you know, everybody would benefit from it. You know, when you cook in the village, cousins, uncles, you know, relatives come by to have a taste of what you're making. And so cooking it, I just try to, you know, make sure that everybody have the food. Maybe part of that is because I come from a very large family. So my mom made, you know, larger quantity of food to be enough for, you know, the 9 children plus her and the husband. and then whoever might come by to swing by to, eat some food. Alright, my meat is here. I'm going to start introducing the ingredients that I showed you earlier. Here's my thyme, and the seasoning cubes are here, just that. And I have the chicken flavor bouillon, the curry powder, the meat tenderizer, and my rosemary. I did not want to blend this, just to have that taste in it. This is the green onion sprout. I'll just put that in there to get a flavor. Okay. I'm going to add the ingredients that I blended: the pepper, the garlic, the ginger, and the bay leaf. So now I can just introduce a little bit of water. I'm not going to cook this with a whole lot of water. I just want to make sure that the ingredients are still retained. I'm also going to add the salt in there, just half of this, so I can use the rest for my sauce. And now I will cover it and let it boil, and I'll be checking it from time to time. So while the meat is cooking, I'm going to blend my tomato, my onion, the bell pepper, and the rest of the peppers, okay? Alright, so here I'll cut my onion, and this will be for the sauce. So I'm going to blend it and put in here. Okay, we'll cut it. So the tomato, tomato is actually good for you, and I love to eat a lot of that. For this, I'm not going to use any tomato paste, tin tomato paste. I'll just use my fresh tomato, the bell pepper, and the spring pepper, just to make sure everything is fresh. I'm blending this with the seeds, just to help it, be a little bit spicier. But for the bell pepper, I'm not going to use the seeds. That makes it food bitter. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do with the bell pepper. Just take out all the seeds. I've already washed all of this, so slice it, get rid of the seeds. And that's it. I'm done cutting. I'm going to start blending. One thing I'll do, I want to use my tomato to blend. Instead of adding water, the water from the tomato will actually help me blend it. It would produce enough water to blend it, so I don't have to spend so much time boiling, trying to dry the water from the tomato. Okay, I'm going to start pouring it in my pot. This is the pot I'm going to use to make my sauce. And while I do this, I want to remain a little bit of the tomatoes, so that way I can use it as a base to blend other stuff. Remember, I don't need water for this sauce. Okay, I just want to make sure that I don't, have a very smooth blending. I blended the other ones very smoothly, but this one I'm just gonna like pause and pause and pause, so that way I will have some, little pieces of the pepper in it. Okay. All right. So after blending, what I will do now, this is how I want it. See how thick it is? It is very thick. I'm going to start cooking this now. So I'm going to be cooking this for a while. You see, I did not add any water to it. Look at the consistency. It is, thick because the water you have here is just the water from the tomatoes. So while this is, cooking, I'm going to add all my ingredients. I don't need to wait for it to dry before I add them. They're going to cook together. So the curry is going to still be in here, and the seasoning powder and my just 2 cubes of seasoning. And I will add a tiny bit of salt. I want to go gentle on salt. So I will add my coconut oil later. So here I will leave this to boil. Okay, let it cook. Yeah, this has been actually boiling for the past 25 minutes. I want it tender, so that's why I allowed it to boil this. I allowed it to boil for this long. Now I'm going to take this out. Look at this. See, the bones are even coming off the meat, so it's really cooked. Okay. So take it out and get it out of the water. Okay, I'm going to check on my sauce. Yeah, so there's actually not much water again. So the sauce is thick enough. I've already added all the ingredients. All I need to add is my oil. And I also minced these onions because I actually want to see little tiny bits of onions inside my sauce. I will check for salt. This tastes amazing. Now I'm going to add the coconut oil. This is cold pressed. So one thing I will do is I will not allow it to, get overcooked. You can actually eat it, the way it is. So why overcook it? The coconut oil is going to give it a fantastic taste. Yeah, this is good. Okay, now that my sauce is done and my meat is ready, I'm going to start mixing the asun. Okay. Here, so I'm going to mix this in bits. That way I would make sure that the whole sauce gets into the meat. I love to keep it warm. Okay, I'll start putting it in here. I can smell the aroma of the coconut oil. make sure this gets the best of the sauce. So I'm just gonna make sure I mix it thoroughly. You wouldn't want to have it dry. Okay. One good thing with this sauce is that everything I use for the sauce is fresh. Fresh bell pepper, fresh tomatoes, fresh sweet pepper, fresh habanero pepper. So you can say, oh, I'm having too much of this sauce. It is actually healthy for you. This delicious asun is ready. Here is the peppered goat's meat. Delicious. Are you gonna eat with me? Ow. I just want to stop and enjoy this later with my Malta Guinness. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this recipe, please just give me a thumbs up, and I will see you again in the next episode. Bye bye.